Hello, my little sunshiners. I just wanted to come on today and talk to you a little bit about stress and anxiety. Now, I know this is a topic that I've covered quite a lot, but I just wanted to talk to you and help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. You know, anxiety and stress affect us all at some point in our lives. It's just whether we allow that stress and that anxiety to take over our life. So I just want to share this with you to hopefully help you to feel less stressed and less anxious. As we all know, life can be really overwhelming and it's easy to feel stressed and anxious when things get, a little bit tough. But the good news is that there is an effective way to manage these feelings. By the end of today's session, you'll have some practical tools to help you stay calm, centered, and in control, no matter what life throws at you. So, understanding stress and anxiety. Let's talk about what stress and anxiety actually is. Stress is your body's natural response to a challenge or a demand. It can be triggered by external factors like work pressure, financial worries, personal relationships, that sort of thing. And while a little stress can be, motivating and push you forward to get things done, too much can leave you feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. And especially with today's environment and how things are at the moment, I think a lot more people are feeling a lot more stressed and a lot more anxious. Now, anxiety, on the other hand, is a feeling of fear or worry. And this feeling does not go away. It stays with us. And it stays with us even when whatever it was that was making us feel stressed is gone. So it's like your body's got an alarm system that's constantly going, a bit like a house alarm that's going off all the time. And, this is going off even when there's no immediate danger at all. Chronic stress and anxiety can take its toll on both your mental and physical health, making it essential to learn how to manage them effectively. Can help to relieve some of these symptoms and the way that you're feeling. So what impact does stress and anxiety have? Well, it can affect everyone differently, but the impact can be far-reaching. So physically, it can give you headaches, it can give you fatigue, it can give you a weak immune system, so it makes you just feel really crap, to be honest. And mentally, it can cause feelings of irritability, stress, restlessness, and even depression. And over time, if it's not managed, the stress and the anxiety can interfere with your ability to focus, make decisions, and enjoy your life. Basically, it can make you just feel really miserable. The good news is, though, that it doesn't have to be this way. And by understanding what triggers you and learning how to manage your stress and your anxiety, you can regain control and improve your overall well-being. So I want to give you some practical tips that you can use when you're feeling really anxious and, when you feel your stress levels are building. And the first one is deep breathing. It's one of the simplest and most effective ways to calm your mind and body. And it's thought that deep breathing, when you're stressed and when you're anxious, can just bring down the levels of that anxiety, even if you only do it for a few minutes. So, you take a deep breath in through your nose, you hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. And this will help to activate your body's relaxation response, and it reduces stress and anxiety almost instantly. So just taking in those deep breaths, because most of us, when we're breathing, we're taking in little shallow breaths. We very rarely do the big deep ones. So, when you feel yourself getting stressed and anxious and you feel something building within you, then practice this deep breathing exercise. Another one that you can do is mindfulness and meditations. Now, I know meditations are not something that you can just do, on the spot at that moment. but it's about you staying present in that moment without you actually judging anything. So, you could do a meditation every morning before you go to work, or you go, and start your daily tasks. It can just be something tiny that you can do that change your mind to focus and remain calm. And you can also do things like finger tapping. So if you feel like you're getting really anxious, you can tap fingers, and that is a good way of calming your mind and bringing you back to the present moment. Another one you can do is tapping on this bit of your thumb. So you would tap here and just tap on your thumb. That's a good one as well for bringing you back into the moment. And the other one you could do is think about, if you're out somewhere walking, think about what you can see, what you can hear, what you can smell, taste, touch, that kind of thing. So you could do that, and that will calm you down as well. If you find that you get stressed and your stress is staying with you all day, then another thing that you could try is exercise, because exercise releases endorphins, which makes you feel, a bit like a happy hormone. So it just makes you feel a lot better. So doing some exercise, it doesn't have to be you going to the gym and spending 3 hours there. It can just be something as simple as going for a brisk walk, doing a bit of yoga, doing a workout, something like that you enjoy doing. And it will release the endorphins, which is your body's natural mood booster. And if you try and do this for 30 minutes, for a few days of the week, 3 or 4 days a week, then you'll notice a massive change in your anxiety and stress levels. Another thing that you could look at is how much caffeine and how much sugar do you put into your body, because this can also influence how you're feeling and how stressed you're feeling and how anxious you're feeling about stuff. Because high amounts of caffeine and sugar can increase anxiety and cause energy crashes. So, some of my clients have had these energy drinks where they have the energy drink and it gives them a massive boost. I'm not a fan of these at all, because our body is not designed to have a massive increase of energy and then drop back down, because we will drop back down. And when we get down to this point again, our mood will be a lot lower than it was before we had the high. So, try not to have too much caffeine and too much sugar. Try to limit your intake and have more balanced things. So like fruits and vegetables and whole grains and that kind of stuff. The next one can be I've got a sore knee. The next one can be quite an hard one to do. So setting boundaries and saying no. A lot of the time we'll be afraid to say no because we don't want to upset somebody. But sometimes stress comes from taking on too much. So it's okay to say no and set boundaries to protect your time and your energy. Prioritize what's most important to you, and don't be afraid to delegate or postpone stuff that's less critical. So, practice little things of saying no to people. If you really don't want to do something and you don't have to do it, then don't do it. That choice is yours and no one can take that choice away from you. As always, if you are dealing with stress and anxiety alone and you can't reach out to anybody, then I'm always here to help. I could go through some therapy sessions with you to try and help and figure out what's causing you stress, what's making you feel anxious, where it's coming from. So, there's always the opportunity to do that if that's what you want to do. Now, if you feel up to it and you want to share something that stresses you out or makes you feel anxious, then please share it in the comments and see if, I can do some brainstorming with you to try and help you come up with a strategy to try and navigate this situation. And of course, if you have any questions or you need more advice or you want help to manage your stress and anxiety, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here to help you. and to find calm and peace within your life. I want to remind you that stress and anxiety are natural parts of our life, but they don't have to control your life. You know, a lot of people think that anxiety and stress is something that we just have to learn to live with, and we don't. We can get rid of it. So by incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you can manage your stress levels, reduce your anxiety, and improve your overall well-being. Just give them a go and see how you get on. You know, things are not going to change overnight, but these are practical strategies that you can use to try and help you when you are feeling stressed and you're feeling like you're not coping. So thanks again for joining me today, Sunshiners. I hope you feel more equipped to handle whatever life throws at you. And don't forget to tune in next time when we'll be discussing some other topics. Until then, stay calm, stay positive, and keep shining. And I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.